welcome to another episode of The Vegan Pulse. I am your host, Nancy Arenas. Today, my guest is Andrea Carvalho. She is an ethical vegan, animal activist, hairstylist, vegan chef, and DJ. Stick around, I'd like to introduce her to you. Hi, Andrea, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you, Nancy?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining us on The Vegan Pulse today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm originally from Brazil. I was born in Brazil, and I've been in Boston. I moved to Boston, Massachusetts, 1995. So I've been here for 25 years, and I was like most people, I was not vegan. I had stopped eating red meat for health reasons. Since my early 20s, I'm now 55.
Okay.
And so I was like everybody else. I had no idea what was going on. But one day I went to a concert called the Warped Tour. I don't know if my pronunciation is right, but it's the Warped Tour. It doesn't happen anymore, but every year in the summer, it's a big concert. And they had this van. I do believe it was a PETA van, and they were paying people $1 to watch a video. I was very curious, so I decided to watch, because I was thinking it was a history of the bands or information about the concert. And it was about animals in slaughterhouses, how they're treated. And I was so devastated. I never saw anything like this. We don't make the connection, when you see the package of meat in the supermarket, we don't think how that happened. So that same day I decided that I didn't want to support that. I didn't label myself, I'm going to be vegan or vegetarian. I didn't think about that. The only thing, I didn't think about what am I going to eat now. No, nothing crossed my mind except the fact that I didn't want to support the industry. So after that, I wasn't unaware of the same things happens with dairy and eggs. But I decided to do some more research and get in touch with other vegans. And slowly I changed it, and then I decided, no, I need to go vegan. So I stopped consuming eggs, and then later dairy. And that's how I found groups of activists about protest. And I decided that I want to do the same thing for other people, spread the awareness, inform them like it was done to me. And I would like to have somebody to do it, to have done to me before, because I would definitely have gone vegan way before that. But it's better late than never.
So somebody took you to that Warp concert, yes. and so you decided that you wanted to be an advocate for other humans, even though advocates for the animals also, but for other humans, because they're not informed as to...
Well, I assume that most of them are in the same situation, and maybe not now, because I think it's way more, the information is out there, not as much as years ago. But now with social media and so many documentaries, I think that people have more easy access to the information, but not everybody know. And those people need to have a chance to understand. Everybody needs to know where the food comes from.
And you had, I read this little statement that you had made, that you thought when you started to advocate for veganism, right, to inform individuals, that you thought everybody would be right on it with you and go, yes, we need to do this.
Oh yeah.
But that's not what you found.
No, I thought it would be easy, because I thought, oh my God, if I tell people this, they will be so shocked, and they'll have the same reaction, because most people are animal lovers, and most people are against animal abuse, just like everybody else. But there is a disconnection between, when they complain animal abuse, they think about dogs and cats and pets, but farm animals, it's a different area. They don't want to talk about it. It's a taboo. They don't want to mention, they don't want to think about it, because it's food. So that is the difficult part of being a vegan activist. Why is it okay to eat one? Why is it okay to eat chickens, cows, and not eat dogs and cats. I mean, I know that some cultures do that, but most people find it's appalling and it's ridiculous. It's horrible
And they should
because
apply those same principles that, like you just said, that some people, you know, if you say, hey, would you like a piece of dog? They're like, no, that's a lovable, cute animal. How can we eat them?
exactly,
Well, so are the cows and the chickens and the pigs.
exactly, right. So basically, those are the reason I decided to do this, and I'm very passionate about my. Oh, the other thing too is that a lot of people claim tradition, culture. I came from this part of the country or this country, and our culture is heavy meat eater. Well, that's what I say. What about me? I came from Brazil, and everybody knows the Brazilians are heavy in eating meat, but that does not stop anyone. Actually, the vegan movement is actually growing a lot in Brazil.
Right.
I mean, it's widely spread. More and more people are getting aware of what's going on, and they are against that.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I have that too, where people say, oh, this is my culture, this is my upbringing. Well, I come from a Latino culture, which are heavy onto eating animal flesh. And yet here I am, a vegan, still alive
exactly, and healthy.
and healthy.
Mhm. I know. And vegan food is so delicious.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
And
it
so
just
you participate in a lot of protests. You're in Massachusetts, right?
exactly, exactly. Oh, many, many. And I go anywhere, whatever there's a protest, march. I love the March for the Animals. And actually, tomorrow there's something going on about dairy in Boston. I'll be there.
Well, I thank you for that, just for being so passionate about spreading the word about veganism, because like you, I felt the same way. Hey, when I tell people how these animals are suffering and they're living beings who feel, have emotions, have family and friends, they're all going to be like me and go, ah, we got
That's
to
what I
give it
thought.
up because, you
Exactly,
know, how can we do this to these
exactly.
sentient beings? And it's not that. And
No, it's
it's just like,
unfortunately.
why don't they get it?
That's yeah, exactly. That's exactly my frustration. I mean, it's just no brainer. How can you not understand what's going on? I'm trying to explain. And they get actually angry at us because we are trying to show the truth. But don't get angry at me. This is what happens. My anger was not towards the video or the person who showed me the video. My anger was towards the meat industry. And I actually was grateful for them to be there and show me the video. And that's why I wanted to contribute to the cause and join the groups that are doing this, because they are doing the right thing. And it's a burden to have to fight with such a great, enormous, profitable industry that they go the, they go the extra mile to hide the truth from people because they don't want them to know.
And they're backed by the government, unfortunately, who doesn't listen to the people who don't want this. I mean, you know, our health would be so much better worldwide, you know, if they stopped subsidizing the meat and the dairy industry.
And they support the industry too. Law enforcement is all to protect. I mean, rescuing is considered terrorism. They're terrorists, right? Because we are trying to save someone, but it's still against the law to do that.
Yeah, we have to change the laws, and that's what we have to do.
That is very important.
We
That
have
is
to
actually
have
very
people do it.
important.
Yeah, to join.
Yes.
We need people, you know, to join their school boards, to join, to become councilmen, to become senators, representatives. We need them to step out of their comfort zone and get into the mainstream where we could make those changes for sure.
That's so funny that you mentioned it, because I was thinking about this today. There's some people, they claim that nothing's gonna happen if group by when we hold signs on the street. and we're screaming against meat. They claim, well, you're wasting your time, nothing's going to happen. But think about it. If that was true, what about all the protests before that changed a lot of things in history? You know, but this has to be a work done along with legal changes,
Yeah,
change in the legal system.
most definitely.
Because we have to work along with it, because people still commit crimes, right? People still murder, they kill, they rape. However, those crimes are punishable by law, and animal abuse is not. So we have to do a work along with the legal system,
Right.
to also treat some kind of animal abuse as a crime,
Right.
as well, because people, they will not be conscious about it unless the legal system also how can I say?
Well, if they start making the changes in the laws, and we do have some individual groups like non-human project and animal league defense fund, who are all working just for that, to change laws to protect animals, and to educate why we have to do this.
Yeah, those two things, they have to go along. They have to go along. They have to be done at the same time. And the protest is always important. It's very, very important, because even if we can reach one person in 10 or 100, it's better than nothing.
Right. And just one comment before we go is that you had mentioned before, oh gosh, now it escaped me. I wanted to say, that one person, that people who tell us that it's not going to make a change. Ask the farmers right now whose gross profits have plummeted, the dairy farms that are going out of business, all the vegan food that is now being incorporated all over, right? Because us people who are not going to make a change are making those changes. So those people who tell us that, they're just trying to stop us. So don't stop, keep going. We will make this happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. More people joining the protest and the group and in this opposition always help, because there's more people joining every day.
Right. And then one more thing before I go. I just know that you're also a DJ. So just tell me, where can people listen to you?
Okay, so I DJ at a local station, a low power radio station in the city of Leominster, Massachusetts. And my show, for now, because of the COVID, my show is from every Thursday from 6 to 8. And I play Brazilian music. And I talk a little bit about veganism sometimes.
Oh, I love the samba. I'm a ballroom dancer, and I love
that too. Bossa Nova. I mostly oldies, like 70s and 80s and 90s.
Oh, okay. That's my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a lot of fun, this show. Please tune in. You can stream at wlpz.org.
Okay. And I will have information on the Vegan Pulse blog and Facebook page about that. Thank you so much for joining us, Andrea. It was a pleasure to meet you and talk to you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Vegan Pulse. I am your host, Nancy Arenas. Please like us on Facebook, follow our blog, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, if you have a pulse, you have a purpose. Live vegan.